Hey everyone, thank you very much for watching this video. Normally I would prefer to be talking with you guys in person at our first practice, but due to circumstances we're going to try to avoid grouping people together, and so instead many of the normal things that I would tell you guys at that practice I'm going to be discussing in this video, going to be going over some important details, guidelines, and expectations for the upcoming season. First off, I want to say we are very excited to get things underway. We're looking forward to starting the season. With that being said, the first thing I want to cover is just some of the safety precautions and things we're putting in place to make sure that we are safe from the COVID situation that we have going on right now. Concerning players, first off, while we're on the field, guys, we are going to be trying to eliminate spitting altogether. I know it's a very common practice in baseball, but we're going to be really trying to eliminate that, so make sure you're not spitting at all while you're on the field. In addition to that, for our players, we are going to be avoiding grouping together at all. We're going to be avoiding huddles of any type. When we are in the dugout, when we have to be in the dugout, we will be providing masks for each player. They will be recommended to wear. We're not going to make players wear them, but we do recommend that you guys wear them. Players who are sitting the bench in a game, we're going to try and avoid keeping you guys in the dugout if we can. If we can't, then oh well, but if we can send you guys to the bullpen to hang out until you're brought in to enter the game, then that's what we're going to try to do. Once you guys are out on the field, we have no problem with you guys not wearing masks or anything like that. Based off of all of the information that has come out recently concerning COVID, we are very confident that being outside and being in the heat as well, as long as we are not right up in each other's faces, we should be fairly safe. We should have very little risk from that. Our main concerns are, one, equipment sharing. We want to try to eliminate any unnecessary equipment sharing. And the second thing is when we're grouped together, that's what we want to try to avoid. The dugouts, the huddles, stuff like that, we're going to try and minimize that. Parents, concerning this, we also want you guys to avoid grouping together in the stands and the bleachers at the games. We know we want you guys to cheer, we want you guys to have a good time. Just make sure you do it in a social distancing sort of fashion, if that makes sense. Also concerning COVID, we will be sending out waivers for you guys to sign. This basically says that you won't hold us responsible. We appreciate you understanding. Now moving on to some of the more general guidelines that we have for the season. Players, we want to talk with you guys first. First off, we want you guys to understand that we are very excited, but at the same time, we are going to hold you guys to a certain level of expectation. When you wear the Coastal Stars name, you are representing our organizations, you are representing your teammates, and we want you guys to represent us well, okay? We have a zero tolerance policy for profanity, for tobacco of any kind on the field. We expect you guys to hustle. We expect you guys to listen. We expect you guys to respect every single coach you have, okay? Basically, all of those are non-negotiable. So players, remember, what somebody thinks of you on the field could determine whether or not you get an opportunity to play at the next level, okay? So always play like someone important is watching you. That includes making sure your social media is cleaned up. We don't want to see anything inappropriate that you wouldn't want your grandma to see on your social media accounts. So make sure you take care of that. Parents, please pay attention. This part is for you, and this is very important. I tell everyone this, so returners, you know this. I'm sorry you have to hear it again, but I say this every year. So please make sure you listen. I will not talk with parents at any time about playing time, about game strategy, or anything of that nature. The same is true of my other coaches as well. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build responsibility in these players, because at the high school level and especially at the college level, if you have an issue or question about your playing time or about anything that's going on, the player is the one that has to ask. There is no quicker way to get benched or cut from a team than have mom or dad email your college coach, okay? So because of that, if there's any issue or any question, I will be happy to speak with the players. I have no problem with it at all. But what I will not do is I will not ever communicate with parents about that. Thank you. Another important note regarding playing time. Please be aware that I cap all my rosters at a reasonable amount, okay? With that being said, sometimes games get shortened and we don't get all the playing time in that we would like. I'm doing my absolute best, and oftentimes I stay up till the late hours of the night trying to make perfect lineups for each team to try and give us the best chance to win while also getting everybody their reps and their opportunity to develop. In addition to that, sometimes we will have POs or pickup players come and play with us. Please understand two things. First off, POs are an absolutely necessary part of competing in any tournament. We ask that you welcome them and the players, you guys treat them like you've known them for years. Also, concerning pickup players, please understand that sometimes we have to have pickup players because we don't have enough bodies, we don't have guys who play certain positions, or many other reasons. These players always pay a prorated rate, so please don't ever think that anybody's coming to just pick up for free with us. Also, parents, this may be one of the most important things in this video. Please listen. Regarding communication, one thing I have to have you guys communicate with me is if you are going to miss a game, please let me know. Okay? And I understand if you message me 2 weeks in advance, I appreciate that, but I will not remember it. I have too much going on. So what I need you guys to do is about 5 days ahead of time, please send me a message. And it even helps to send a reminder 2 days ahead of time. Okay? You guys send me an email and a player puts it in the message saying, I will not be at this game. Okay? Because oftentimes if you're missing for a football game, a homecoming dance, a showcase, a football workout, or whatever, okay, then I may have other players missing for that reason too. And I need to be aware so that I make sure we have enough players to play and that we have enough players in each position to play. So please, if you are going to miss, I have to have you guys tell me ahead of time. Thank you very much. Also, the reason that's important is because if you're going to miss a Friday game, then obviously you want to play in the Saturday morning game. So I can't schedule my lineups appropriately unless I know that you're not going to be there on Friday. Thank you. Another note regarding communication is I have over 60 players in the program right now. That doesn't even include the coaches that text me. That doesn't include the event communications. That doesn't include the pickup players or the POs that I have messaging to ask if they can come play. So, because of this, I don't have time to respond to every single question that you guys may have. So, if it is not important, please send it in the player group message. Okay, this includes things like, hey, what jersey are we wearing today? Hey, what's the address of the field? What field are we playing at? Is this a wood bat tournament? Can I wear cleats? Do I have to have turfs? Anything like that, please do not direct that question at me. Otherwise, my inbox will be overflowing. Please have your players send that in the player group message, and one of the players or one of the coaches will be happy to respond to that. Thank you. Regarding communication, as you guys know from the last email, I will be sending out all updates via 2 methods. The first is emails to all the parents. The second is updates via the player group message, okay? That is players only, and the emails are mainly for parents, okay? Please make sure you guys are in both of them. I'm still working on the player grouping, but all of you guys should be added by this weekend, okay? Another important note is we have a Facebook page. On this Facebook page, I try to post as many updates as I possibly can for you guys. So just in case you don't see an email, it's always great to follow us on Facebook to make sure you stay up to date with any changes or anything that we have to tell you guys. Also, regarding uniforms, we will be handing out uniforms this weekend at our practice for the 15U, 16U, and 17U. The 18U teams will get their uniforms at the first event this weekend. You will be getting 2 jerseys and 1 hat, okay? This is the hat you are going to get. Obviously, make sure you take the sticker off. The 2 jerseys that you will be getting in your uniform package are these. This one right here, this is going to be the Navy jersey. I know it's got white on it, but this is going to be the Navy jersey, okay? This is always the first jersey we will wear. No matter what, your first game of the weekend, we will wear the Navy jersey. After that, with each game, we will alternate jerseys. So if you have a double header, make sure you bring both jerseys. It's always good to bring both jerseys just in case. This is going to be the white jersey, okay? So when you see white jersey, this is what you will wear. Got it? As far as the bottom half of the uniform goes, white pants are what you guys will need to supply. We do not care what type or style as long as they are completely white. For a belt, either black or navy is okay. Socks we are not particular about unless you wear high pants. If you wear high pants that show the sock, we do ask that you guys wear navy socks, okay? Another important note regarding uniforms is due to the COVID situation, we have had a lot of players register much later than normal. What this means is that we had to place our orders for uniforms well in advance of knowing the amounts of sizes that we would need. So because of this, we ask that you guys please be flexible with what size you have. If we ask you, hey, can you swap with a medium for this large so this guy can get his appropriate size and this one still fits you, we would appreciate your understanding during that. Also, another flexibility issue due to COVID is we have not been able to have tryouts like we normally do. Because of this, we have had to have video tryouts with a lot of players. We've also had to be less picky about the positions and positional spreads that we have on each roster. So because of this, we ask that you guys please be flexible with the positions that we may have to work with. You may be a shortstop, and we're definitely going to get you in at shortstop, but we also may be working you in at left field or right field, just because we may have a ton of shortstops on this team. And the same thing is true with catchers or center fielders or pitchers or whatever. We will get you your time in at your position, but we also may need you to be flexible and work with us some too. So we appreciate it. Also, another important note is I will be at every single game I possibly can. Obviously, I won't be able to make every game, but I will be at as many Coastal Stars games as I possibly can. I will be head coaching the 16U. In addition to that, I will be at every other game that I possibly can. So while I'm not there, please make sure you respect your assigned head coaches. Please make sure you treat them well.